Hello and happy hump day, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Sullivan reporting for Out and About Nashville this Wednesday, July 29th. Due to unforeseen technical difficulties at the Tennessee Department of Health, Nashville Mayor John Cooper says the Metro Public Health Department did not receive COVID-19 data today and they were unable to provide the daily report. We're told the Tennessee Department of Health is actively working on the issue and will send the data once the issue is resolved. Patients treated and transported by Vanderbilt Life Flight are now receiving a higher level of care thanks to the credentialing of more than 20 flight nurses as nurse practitioners and the addition of a flight physician at several of the Life Flight bases. Now, out of a staff of about 100 flight crew members, more than 25% are providing care at the nurse practitioner or physician level. Vanderbilt Life Flight is one of a handful of flight programs across the country that provides this level of expertise in frontline emergency care. You can read more on this story on our website at outandaboutnashville.com. Governor Bill Lee is outlining his recommendations for Tennessee school districts to return to school, which include guidance on in-person learning, quarantine durations, teacher safety, and more. Governor Lee issued the recommendations during his weekly COVID-19 update Tuesday. During that press briefing, Governor Lee and Commissioner Lisa Piercy said the CDC and American Academy of Pediatrics recommended reopening schools for in-person learning. However, both agencies say the number one consideration for districts should be whether or not COVID-19 is under control in the community, which is not in the case of Tennessee. You can read more on this story at Out and About Nashville news partner News Channel 5's website, newschannel5.com. The National Black Justice Coalition is issuing a call for justice in response to the murder of Brian Egypt Powers, a black transgender man in Akron, Ohio, as well as Kimar Solomon, a transgender woman in the Bronx, New York, whose race has not yet been reported. David Johns, the executive director of the National Black Justice Coalition, releasing the following statement in part: while the national focus on the effort to ensure all Black lives matter shifts to the upcoming presidential election and the unrelenting pressures associated with COVID-19, Black trans people are still being murdered. If Black lives matter to you, call the local police departments in Akron and the Bronx to demand justice for Powers and Solomon. You can read that full statement on our website at outandaboutnashville.com. Mayor John Cooper is announcing his roadmap plan for selecting Metro Nashville's new chief of police. The process Mayor Cooper has created is designed to engage residents and neighborhoods from across our community to identify the qualities needed in our next police chief. It lays the groundwork for a robust nationwide search informed by community engagement, expert assistance, and a strict timeline. You can read more about how this process is expected to work on our website at outandaboutnashville.com. If Davidson County voters expect to cast their ballots by mail-in voting for the August 6th state and federal primary, as well as the general election, due to COVID-19, their requests to the Davidson County Election Commission are due Thursday. On June 4th, Davidson County Chancellor Ellen Hobbs Lyle ruled that the state must provide all eligible voters the option to vote absentee in the August and November elections this year. However, counties will only accept absentee ballot requests until July 30th. Now, nearly 4,000 Nashvillians voted Tuesday, the biggest day yet. The Election Commission says nearly 19,000 absentee ballots have arrived, just 2,000 Tuesday. You can apply for an absentee ballot and get more information on the races at outandaboutnashville.com. Sex in the time of COVID can present a problem, so what's the best way to fulfill our physical desires in a sexually healthy way? I talked with David Yarian, a licensed psychologist, certified sex therapist, and sexologist in a private practice on Music Row in Nashville. And Dr. Yarian says that when values are honored within a sexual interaction, it can take many forms. He says it's up to the participants to develop their own understanding of what sexual health is for themselves during this time. In a pandemic, new fetishes are even possible. You can read all about his sexual health recommendations on outandaboutnashville.com. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Stay safe, wear your mask, and we'll see you next time.